now, what's going on, everybody? Now, this next story is out of Connecticut. Of Sandra and James Baker. They are fighting the Hartford magnet Trinity College Academy. This school has a slavery reenactment, which was a 4-day trip, and they had the black students played slaves, while the white instructors played the slave masters, and the white kids were chasing the black kids. I mean, it's a horrific experience for these little kids. A fucking slave reenactment. Take a look.
First at 6:30, a story you'll see only on Channel 3. Fallout over a field trip. A couple says their child came home with horror stories after she and some other students were called racial slurs and chased through the woods. I'm Irene O'Connor.
And I'm Eric Parker. This was all part of a slavery reenactment, but the family says it crossed the line. They filed a complaint with the school. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matt McFarland is live with all the details. Matt?
Good morning. Well, this all goes back to a field trip from the Hartford magnet Trinity College Academy to a place called Nature's Campus in Massachusetts. And during that slavery reenactment, students said that the counselors there said that they were, quote, not a person, but rather property, even using the N-word during this reenactment. Now, one couple says they want an apology from the district and saying that if these field trips continue, that portion needs to be left out.
The fact that they use the N-word. I mean, how dare you do that, say that to my child and call it an educational experience? How dare you say that to any child?
Sandra and James Baker have been battling the Hartford School District for nearly a year, one they've now taken directly to the school board.
I ask that you imagine these phrases being yelled at your 12-year-old child and their friends. Bring those to the house over there.
The Bakers filed a complaint with the school board over a field trip last year to Nature's Classroom in Massachusetts. At the time, their daughter was a 7th grader at the Hartford magnet Trinity College Academy. The couple says on the third night of a 4-day trip, there was a slavery reenactment. They say their daughter and her classmates had to pretend to be on a slave ship, pick cotton, along with pretending the instructors were their masters. The couple adds the program told the students they didn't have to participate in the Underground Railroad segment, but only told them 30 minutes before it was to start. Sandra Baker says they filed complaints with the State Department of Education, the Human Rights Commission, and the Office of Civil Rights.
It's a town of people of color. Really? You could not, I mean, Hartford, you could not see that something was wrong with this?
Now, the Bakers tell us their daughter no longer goes to school here. We did contact a spokesperson with the school district, but we were told that they would not be commenting on a pending lawsuit. Also, we reached out to Nature's Classroom to see if they would talk to us about that program, that Underground Railroad and the slavery reenactment, and we haven't heard back from them. We're live with the mobile newsroom in Hartford. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Now, my thoughts on this particular situation is that, I mean, for real, it was horrific, no question, but do I expect this? Absolutely. One of the biggest problems in the black community, as soon as black folks get some money, they want to take their money and go move with white folks. Oh, but you thought they was different, huh? You thought that because you make a little money, you send your kids to a white school to be different. Expect that. Let me tell you something. That's one of the biggest problems in the black community. Instead of staying and bettering your own community, you want to take your money and move in their community. And you expect for something to change. You think it's changed. They're going to teach your kids white history. They're going to teach them that black history is nothing but slavery. They might have a Black History Week where they teach Martin Luther King, but no Malcolm X, no Marcus Garvey, no Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. No Black history. So am I surprised? Not at all. And do I care? No. You took your money and you moved to their neighborhood. You thought that you'd be different by sending your kids to their schools. Now, granted, we have a lot of work to work in our own. But do you think for a second that a Chinese would make some money and move out of their neighborhood? Fuck no. They stay in their own neighborhood in Chinatown and better their own community. In fact, every other race in the world stays with their people. their community and empower it. Blacks are the only ones that move out of their neighborhood. Only ones. And better and better their neighborhoods. Spend all their hard-earned money in black and white-owned neighborhoods. Then complain about, oh, my people are getting killed. You have nothing to say. You can shut the fuck up because you've abandoned your people. You're empowering whites because you live in their community. You're paying taxes to their kids. You're sending their kids to college. You're giving them jobs because now you make a little money. You live in their neighborhood. So now the blacks you left behind don't have jobs in the neighborhood because all the people who make money moved out. So we got abandoned houses. We got stores that's black owned that do no business because nobody will shop there. Blacks would rather spend 98% of their money on white-owned businesses instead of shopping in your own. Then we want to bitch and complain, ooh, racism. Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you concentrate on our own community is what we need to do. Also, once you put your kid in that situation, they're going to teach your kid that they're less than whites. They're going to teach them that they're nothing. They're going to be bullied every day. Now, they may get a better education. True. However, it's going to come at a cost. Because they're also going to teach, they're not going to get any black history. They're not going to get any culture. They're going to be traumatized and bullied. And the teachers are going to traumatize them as well. I mean, we as a people need to better our own schools. Either stay in your own community, help better that community, better that school. Because once we get people who make good money and raise their children, two-parent households, we immediately move out, leaving, the poor left in this community. And now our businesses fail because it's just being abandoned. We abandoning, no other race in the world, especially in America, leaves their people like we do. Leave them behind. Then bitch and complain about racism. But you don't have any black unity. We want to bitch and complain about whites did this, whites said that. But you're not going to do anything for your own people. Nothing. You're not going to help them, pull them out of poverty by shopping black owned, are you? But you want to bitch and complain about racism. That's all blacks do is bitch and complain. But do absolutely nothing. People talk about their horrified about blacks being killed in Chicago. Have you done anything to change it? All you got to do is shop black owned. Any neighborhood that's thriving has no crime. Facts. Has little crime. Any community that has poverty has high crime. Shop black owned. It's just that fucking simple. That's one of the solutions. If you're so concerned about it, better your own community. Help your people instead of abandoning your people. We have to do better. We have to create our own schools. We don't need a lot of money. We don't. We just need a community to come together and help educate and do for these children. You can homeschool your children. We can create our own schools. We can do for ourselves. We don't have to keep begging them to do for our children. We don't have to keep abandoning our people and moving to their neighborhoods. Because as soon as we move to the neighborhoods anyway, they move the fuck out of their neighborhoods. They're like, fuck that, blacks are following us. We're out of here. We don't want to live near these motherfuckers. We don't want to send our kids with these motherfuckers. So, I want y'all to like, comment, let me know what you think. Peace, I'm out.